Alright, today we're going to diagnose the problem of that weird clunking noise inside the steering wheel. So you can actually feel it, that it stops and pops a little bit and comes along with it. So first of all, we'll check the engine area. Alright, so down here you see the bed joint, and also it looks like that bearing goes a little bit up and down. For further diagnostics, we're going to remove our engine cover and we get out our air filter box right here, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so to unscrew the air intake box, we have to lose this screw. There's one in the back. Now it's right here. We have to unscrew this part, and we have to disconnect the intake hose right here. So now we got a better view with the airbox out, and we can test it like this, grab it, and you especially feel the play inside here, and you can also hear the clunk noise from the bearing down. Alright, the next step is we're going to remove that cover right here. It is screwed in by 1, 2, 3 screws. So after we get the screw outs, we're going to pop it down to get access to the back part where that bearing comes to the inside. Okay, so first we're going to loose the upper screw, this one right here. Going to lose this one. So do not fully turn it out, just leave it like that, a little bit. So because to reach our bolt down here, so we have to turn our steering wheel about 180 degrees. Okay, so I'll do that right now and I'll be back. So now I turn it, and as you can see, we have a view to the screw. Okay, here's my setup to get the screw down here unscrewed. As you can see, I'm working with a few extensions from right here, here to up here. So I also sprayed it with penetrating oil, and so we'll see if it gets out. If I can't get it out with the electro, so I gotta use my air powered tool to get it loose. Alright, this one is also loose. So guys, I got the bolt out right here. I got the bolt out from the screw down. So I took both bolts out. Then I turned the steering wheel to the normal, back to the normal position. And don't laugh about my wiring stuff here. It's just to hold this one in place. So to get it out from right here, it's easy. You can just pull it and it goes down. The one down is harder to get out. So what I did, I just used one of my bars and hold it this way and tapped it with the hammer. So that did not work fast enough, so I went down the car and so what I did, I took my other bar and placed it right here and tapped it with the hammer. So you get the idea to get that thing loose. So right now I'm going to take the whole assembly out and clean that part down here. Back in the car, and we have to unscrew that U-joint. To unscrew it, you gotta grab your steering wheel, turn it a little bit till you get a good access to that screw right here. And like me, it's like a half turn, so I get my wrench on it really good. And yeah, I'm going to lose this one right now. Here I got it out. So next step is remove that card right here, and then we have 3 screws, like 1, 2, and one is up right there. You can barely see it. It sits right there. And unscrew those 3 screws, and then we're going to take the bearing out. So now I loosened the 3 screws, and I went down here with the screwdriver to make that thing loose. And I also cut the carpet right here to make it easier to access. So after you have that blade, you simply unconnect this one from right here down, and then you can get the whole part out like this, and then also get that bearing out easy. Okay, so this is the old version, and you see, you can feel it, and you can hear it. It's completely worn out. So this is the new one, new version. Comes with the dust seal, and it should prevent the ball bearing from wearing out like the old version. Okay, so now we're going to put the new one back into the car. Now we get the new bearing in, new screws. I recommend you, and also the manufacturer does, use new screws every time. So this ones right here are new. I'm going to torque them down with 9 Newton meter of torque, and also the screw up here, I got a new one. I will torque down this screw. It'll be 30 Newton meter. So I put in the new steering rack, the steering column. So the next thing, I put the bolt in right there. So this bolts, and the one up there I got in 2. So what I'm doing right now, I put the bolt in there, tied this bolt down to 33 Newton meters, then turn the steering wheel that I can work on the screw down here and also tight that new screw with 33 Newton meters. Short info to do a good job. So right here, when you put the new bearing in and you have to put this part through it, you have to lubricate it a little bit with a good grease. Not really thick, but just cover it that it gets nice and smooth inside the plastic. And also make sure after installation that right here the sealing is all straight and sits on very tight. Okay, last step, put back in your air filter box, connect everything, put the two screws in, connect your air intake hose, and if you did everything fine, your steering wheel should sound like this. So as you can hear, no sound. So good luck if you doing that fix. If you need any further information, just leave me a comment, and don't forget to like and subscribe my channel.